Hey Black Widows, I have a new episode of The Old 52 and we are talking about Brian Michael Bendis and Alex Mavy's Spider-Woman #1. And this is an interesting series. It's a fairly short-lived one. It takes place between Secret Invasion and the most recent run of Spider-Woman books. It actually directly jumps off of Secret Invasion, where, in case you're not familiar with the details, the lead Skrull, the Queen, was actually disguised as Spider-Woman for a while, and she infiltrated the Avengers. And after all said and done, nobody trusted Spider-Woman for a little while because it wasn't her fault. She was taken prisoner by the Skrulls while her imposter had been laying the groundwork for the invasion. But hey, that's not a really comfortable setting for her to come back to. This Alex Mavy art is beautiful and moody. It's the same team that worked on Daredevil for a little while. And it directly deals with the fallout and what she was kind of having to deal with. She goes into a speech about Wolverine, and that actually... Wolverine is actually not seen in this issue, but he's kind of discussed in the fact that she felt like for the longest time that of all the characters she kind of runs around with, Wolverine has been the most screwed over by life, and at the beginning she realizes that that's her. She actually takes the crown from him. And a pretty dark scene, actually. She comes back to her apartment and considers suicide, actually, with her own venom blast against her head. She doesn't. She ends up getting a call from Sword. Sword is the sort of super-duper secret spy agency that runs around in Marvel that fights aliens and deals with intergalactic threats. They ask her to start rounding up Skrulls and gives her a chance to make an extra paycheck and kind of, find redemption. So guess what she does? She takes them up on it. It's actually a pretty good deal. She's allowed to still be an Avenger and do whatever she wants. And her first trip sends her to Madripoor, which is Wolverine's kind of hanging, stomping grounds when he's not in the country. Dig this page. I love the coloring that Melby uses on these pages. Lots of reds, lots of greens. Kind of the color palette is minimal. He uses, depending on what scenes he needs to use. I understand he even uses almost a Fumetti style with this book. For those of you who aren't familiar with Fumetti, Fumetti is the use of models and settings and painting them or taking pictures and rearranging them through either Photoshop or some kind of manipulation into comic work. And I feel like he does a little bit of that here with this series. They even had a model sort of play the part of Spider-Woman. They were very active in promoting this book, actually. They even did one of those remarkably lame motion comics to promote the book. If you're not familiar with my take on motion comics, I think they're remarkably pointless. They're not good enough to be a cartoon, and I can just read the book. I am literate, so I'm not sure what their deal. I don't know why they exist. But they definitely back a few years ago, they kind of used stop motion. They used motion comics to sort of promote their books and get the word out. I thought this was going to be a long-running series, but it didn't last 10 issues actually after the first story arc. I've been told that Brian Michael Bendis just had his palette fill up and couldn't find time to do the book. I don't know why they didn't just have anybody take over. But, hey, it is what it is. So it's an interesting footnote in Spider-Woman's history. If you're definitely a fan of Spider-Woman or dug the Secret Invasion storyline, it's definitely worth a try. I don't know even if this is traded. This is from 2009, by the way. Yeah, 2009. Secret Invasion was that long ago. But if you can find these issues or the trade, if that's possible, dig it out. It might be worth your time. It was pretty interesting Brian Michael Bendis stuff, as well as some lovely art. That's it. Now push the button. Let's see.